Hi, everybody. Mr. Songer with you here for our weekly podcast for what's happening in the Chaska Middle School West Band Department. This is for recorded here on October 15th, and it's going to take you through some of the things going on, some of the things that have been going on, and announcements, and hopefully end with a little video surprise for you here today. So I just want to start out by saying our band concert's coming up on Tuesday, October 25th, and this will be in the Chaska Middle School West Large Gym. The 6th grade band performs at 6 p.m., 7th grade at 7 p.m., 8th grade at 8 p.m. All the students need to be in the band room 1/2 hour before their performance time. Attire for 6th and 7th grade is their music shirts and dark pants, if preferably. Jeans are fine, leggings are fine. For the 8th graders, we want them to dress up, wear a nice shirt, nice pair of pants. Guys, if you can wear a tie, that would be great. Girls, if you can do nice shirt and pants, or you could wear a dress, your choice on that. And these concerts will last about 20 to 30 minutes. This is a big part of our expectations of being in the band, so we expect the kids to be there at the performance. So really looking forward to it. Feel free to stay for other grades too and see what the other grades are doing. The themes for the concerts this year, the 6th graders are doing a spooky Ghostbusters theme. The 7th graders are doing a patriotic theme, and the 8th graders are doing a Ryder Cup golf theme. 7th graders are also doing a couple other things here in the next few weeks. We have our big 7th grade World Band Tour coming up this Tuesday, taking us all over the planet. We're going to Bluff Creek Elementary School and Clover Ridge Elementary School, and then we'll do lunch over in the Chaska Commons. Parents, if you're interested in hearing and seeing the kids perform and you have the time available, we're going to be playing at Bluff Creek right about 9 a.m., and we'll be playing at Clover Ridge starting at no later than 11 a.m. We're going to try to get that going maybe a little sooner than that, maybe 10 to 11 or so. So you can come on out, and then we'll be going out and eating lunch after that Clover Ridge concert is done. The kids will be able to go to Qdoba, Pastazola, Culver's, Perkins, Caribou, any of those restaurants over on that corner of the intersection in the Chaska Commons. So 7th graders for that tour, again, should wear their music shirts and dark pants. They should bring some money for lunch. Of course, bring their instrument and music. And if they have a wire music stand, that would also help. I've asked a couple percussionists to bring bell kits too. So that's kind of the deal for that. Should be a very fun day. Really looking forward to that. There are no permission slips involved for this trip. Just show up. We're meeting down in the band room at 8 a.m. on Tuesday morning, the 18th. And we're getting back probably right near the end of 6th hour. Some other things going on. Smart Music, those of you who have ordered Smart Music, you should have gotten an email from me with information on how to download, and there's a code involved in activating Smart Music. If you did not get that or are struggling with that, please let me know. If you still would like to get Smart Music and haven't, also please let me know. We can get that taken care of. The music shirts for the 6th graders and those 7th and 8th graders that also ordered new ones, those just arrived right as I was leaving the building on Friday, the 14th. So I will be going through those on Monday and getting those out to kids during band rehearsal over the course of this week so that we have them ready for the concerts. 7th graders that ordered them who need them for the trip, I'll also make sure you are getting those too. So those are in, so good news there. Band lessons. We have band lessons again this week for all 3 grades. One thing that's a little different than the norm, actually there's 2 things. First of all, the 6th graders who are in the B-Day band, your lessons are going to be on Monday due to this trip I'm going to go on with the 7th grade band. So all 6th grade band lessons are on Monday this week. Flutes and clarinet, 2nd hour. Saxes, trumpets, French horn, 3rd hour. First year students, 4th hour. And then the low brass and percussion are 5th hour. And then the other slight change is this Thursday is a late start day. And so the 7th graders who have lessons on Thursday, it's still the same blocks and as you're used to. However, they're going to be just a little bit later because we're starting school at 9:30. Also related to that, our playing tests, just a heads up that you're working on those. Those are due the week of Thanksgiving. Again, you might not want to save it till the very end in case you don't play something at a high level. You'll have an extra chance to try again. The playing test songs again for the 6th graders are in your AOA book, Excellent Achievement book, number 50, line A, and number 61. For the 7th grade, it's numbers 15, 19, and 27 in your Accent and Achievement book, except for the percussion, it's 15, 19, and 26. And for the 8th graders in your Accent and Achievement book, it is numbers 9, 16, and 24. State Honor Band, we have material for those kids who want to audition for that. Those recorded auditions are due the first week of December. And we also have the State Honor Jazz Band material available too. Those recordings are due the first week of November. We have Walking on the West Side coming up on October 27th, and that's our school-wide walkathon. The rhythm section, 8th grade rhythm section, is going to play for that event starting a little bit before 1 p.m. in the large gym. Parents, if you're available, you want to come see us play our first gig, that's cool. You can come on out. And then also that same day, Madeira is going to be DJing out on the track, and the flute ensemble will be playing down in the ravine, which is part of the relay, or the part of the route that we're going to be walking. Those, of course, are weather permitting, both the DJ and the flute ensemble. Lots of after-school stuff going on. Our hip-hop electronica class just started up this past Monday. We'll be continuing this Monday, October 17th. And you can come on out and register still for that class if you're interested in learning how to make hip-hop music, make dance music, current pop music. If you're interested in learning how to DJ, how to rap, you want to perform, you want to just create using GarageBand and Logic and Ableton, you can come on out and learn skills on how to do all that stuff. Another big thing after schooling going on this week is our GarageBand and Country Bluegrass Band auditions. These will be taking place on Tuesday, October 18th after school, 2:40 to 3:30 at West, and then again after school on Friday, 2:40 to 3:30 at Pioneer Ridge. Both of those will be taking place in those respective buildings' band rooms. And students who are interested in auditioning just need to show up for one of those 2 days, whichever works best. There is no sign up, there is no fee for auditioning. And all those kids have to do is sign up and have prepared the material that is described on the audition form that can be picked up in the band room. And again, we're looking for singers, guitar players, bass players, piano players, drummers, banjo players, mandolin players, and did I say violin? And horn players like trumpet, sax, trombone. So that's what we're looking for those groups. If chosen, the Garage Band will start on Friday, November 4th and run Fridays through February. And the Country Band will start the first Monday in December and run also through February after school, both of them at Chaska Middle School West. They're both run through Community Ed, and there is a registration fee associated with that. And another big after-school event that's starting this week on Thursday, on the 20th of October, is our 7th grade jazz band and our 8th grade jazz band. They'll be starting up this Thursday after school, 2:30 to 3:20. Registration is available at www.ceforall.org, and there's also registration forms in the band room, so students can sign up for that. Jazz band, again, there's a fee associated with that. It will run on Thursdays all the way through April. There are many performances with the jazz band, including our District 112 Jazz Festival on February 4th, Evening with the Stars February 23rd, the Big Band Extravaganza the first Tuesday in April. We're also lining up a Collegiate Jazz Festival that we're going to go to that we still haven't finalized. And the 8th grade jazz band also performs at our talent show on January 13th and goes to UW Eau Claire on the second to last Saturday of April. So those are the events for the jazz band. It's going to be a really fun year this year. Can't wait. And the 6th grade jazz band, by the way, will be starting up on Tuesdays in December. So more information on that soon. And one more after-school class to tell you about, and that is our beginning guitar class, which starts up on Tuesdays. Will run from November 1st through November 29th. From 2:40 to 3:30, and that can also, you can sign up for that on ceforall.org, and registration forms also in the band room. You do not need to have a guitar. We start right at the basics from the beginning, and we do provide acoustic guitars if you need one. Other upcoming things to talk about. I already talked about the tour, talked about Walking on the West Side. The 6th graders, the entire grade, is going to Orchestra Hall on Thursday, October 27th. Permission slips should have come home by now. If you did not get one, please drop me an email at songere@district112.org. And we'll be leaving that day at about 8:50 and coming back about 11:45. And yes, that is the same day as the Walking on the West Side. We will be back in time to eat lunch and then do the Walking on the West Side. So no worries there. It's going to be all good. And students for that trip should be dressing nicely. You don't have to go all out, but you should wear a nice shirt, nice pair of pants for that trip. And then obviously bring a change of clothes that day because you might not want to walk in that same attire for Walking on the West Side. A couple other fun things. We had a really cool visit this past week in our School of Rock class, our last School of Rock class, from a gentleman by the name of Larry Graham. Some of you might know that name. Larry played bass with Sly and the Family Stone back in the 1970s, and then went on to form his own band called Graham Central Station, and also then went solo and had a lot of hit songs in the mid to late 70s into the early 80s. More recently played bass with Prince and continues to tour with his band Graham Central Station. He was a guest visitor. He actually is the grandpa of one of our students that was in the class. So what a pleasant time to have him just show up and help out a little bit and say some words of wisdom to our School of Rock kids. So that was really cool. And then I also want to give a shout out to our middle school marching band that performed in the Chanhassen Homecoming Parade on Friday, October 14th. They did just a fantastic job on a very windy, crisp day. And they also performed earlier this fall in the Chaska Homecoming Parade. So this was the end of our season. Marching band is done. The drums are going away until next spring. But it's been really fun working with all of you. And here in just a minute, I'm going to show you a video of the Chanhassen High School Homecoming Band. They had an outstanding halftime show performing a tribute to Prince. And I'm going to show you a little bit of their last song, which was Purple Rain, which featured Chan High School junior Ty Hines on the guitar and Chanhassen community member Kenny Holman playing saxophone. Some of you may know Kenny. Kenny is one of the best saxophone players in the country and played with Prince throughout the 90s and all the way up to his passing earlier this year. And Kenny's also played with many, many other notable musicians from the popular music world throughout the decades. So you'll enjoy watching that video as they do their rendition of Purple Rain under the direction of Mr. Paul Swanson and Mr. Scott Prescott, two incredible music educators. So lastly, before I go, follow us on Twitter at CMSW Band or at Songer Studio or at Eric Songer. You can also follow on Periscope at Eric Songer and follow on Instagram at Songer Eric. And I think that, and then the Remind app, if you want to get reminders of stuff going on, you can send me a text to the number 81010, and then the message, depending on what grade your child is in, you can do at 16-17 band 6, or at 16-17 band 7, or at 16-17 band 8. All right, I'm going to try to get that high school marching band clip going on here. Thanks for watching.